Balance starts at the feet. Hey, welcome to the Critical Bench YouTube channel. This is Coach Chris Wilson here with my friend Alex Nanos. And Alex is going to demonstrate some very simple balance exercises that you can do at home, at the gym, anywhere where you're at right now, and see how good you are at balancing, because balancing is so vital to everything that we do when it comes to movement and exercise. And we don't think about balance very much, but we should, and we should absolutely incorporate exercises that challenge us and get us to be off balance or feel unstable, because as we get older, nothing that Alex has to worry about for quite a long time, but as we get older, our balance gets worse, and that's for a lot of reasons, but it's because of our nerve endings maybe aren't what they were, our muscles aren't what they were, our bone structure, our hearing, our vision, like all those things come into play, right, when it comes to our ability to balance well. So simple balance tests like what you're going to see here are really super beneficial and are something that everybody should try. So as you can tell, we're barefoot right now too. Balance really starts, obviously it starts in the brain, right? And it starts with like the fluid in our ears and our vision, but it really starts physically at the feet. And when you're barefoot, you have such a better grounding, more awareness of the surface that you're on. So anytime you can pop your sneakers off and do these exercises, I encourage you to do that. So what Alex is going to do first is just simply going to stand on one foot. So either foot, so you have to do this for both. So she's just lifting one foot just a few inches up off the ground, and she's holding that position. This seems very simple, right? I know. It's supposed to be very simple, but some people will find that what looks so easy can actually feel a little bit challenging, just lifting one foot off the ground. Now, try it on the other leg. And I encourage you to do that as well. Now, what you're typically going to notice is that one foot feels a little bit better than another. And it might just be subtle, but most likely you feel more balanced on one side than the other, because let's say you're right leg dominant. Meaning, if you were going to kick a ball, you would kick with your right leg. That's your dominating leg, right? But what that also means is that your left leg is your grounding leg. You're not going to kick a ball standing on no leg. You're going to kick a ball while you're still standing on one leg. So you actually will feel more balanced on that grounding leg versus the dominant leg, right? So it's pretty cool. Now, go ahead and put your foot down for a second. Now, what we're going to do is now incorporate an unsteady surface. So we're standing right now on turf, which is, pretty flat and feels like grass under our feet. So what we're going to do now is we're going to put out one of these little foam pads, little Eric's pad, right? So she's going to do the same thing, lifting one leg up just a little bit. Now you're going to notice a little bit more movement in the ankle, right? So, and you're going to feel a lot of this in the lower leg. So from the knee down, you're going to feel your calf muscle, the front of your shin working hard, the tibialis anterior, along with your soleus, right, which are those lower calf muscles, those lower leg muscles that really help to stabilize, right? And you're going to feel like a lot of work at the ankle. So go ahead and try it on the other foot. And again, you should notice that one feels a little bit maybe more stable than another. And that's totally normal, but as long as you're spending the same amount of time practicing this on each side, both sides will level up. You'll get the benefits on both sides. Now, what we're going to do to make this a little bit trickier, maybe what I should do now is we'll stay on the foam pad. We'll have some fun with this. So we were doing some of this testing earlier. So what Alex is going to do now is going to change the leg that she's lifted. She's going to change what she does with it. So she's going to lift the knee up much higher, which makes things feel different. You could even put your arms, you could go at your hips. You could go out to your side. You could go arms in front of you. You could go arms overhead. So they're all holding different positions with your body while you stand on one leg would be like another level up. Okay, so not only is she on a foam pad, but she's holding her. Now you could even extend this leg straight. Now, Alex is or was, I should say, a cheerleader at the collegiate level, so she has an extraordinary amount of balance, right? Being held up in certain postures up overhead, right? So she has a lot of leg strength, a lot of coordination, some skills that maybe you're not quite there yet, but go ahead and switch legs. So doing stuff like this, though, is great actually, too, to warm up and stimulate the body before exercise, because she's now heating up her core temperature, right? Bringing that blood flow, having to force a contraction through her core, right? So she's prepping her body for more demanding work that would come from, say, doing sprints or doing some type of overhead lifting, or performing exercises in a class of some kind. Good. Hey, sorry about that. We had a forklift screw things up. Yep, that happens a lot around here. So what we're gonna do now, Alex is gonna come off the Eric's pad. We're gonna toss that to the side. So we're back on the ground, but we're gonna ramp things up a little bit. We're gonna take something that's vital to balance away from Alex. We're gonna take her vision away. So yes, I know. It can be scary for people, but make sure there's nothing around you. So if you tip over, fall over, then you're not hurting yourself. So go ahead and lift one leg up and then close your eyes. Good. It's a whole different experience. So the can you pass this balance test really, for me, comes at this stage, because if you're able to do 30 seconds of unassisted balancing on one leg with your eyes closed, you are in good shape. Now, what you can do to get good at something like this, go ahead and switch to the other side. You can position yourself next to something like a wall or a column, a vertical column of some sort, where you're able to just maybe lightly touch onto it, and then practice your ability to stand on one leg for 30 seconds with your eyes closed. And over time, if you do this a little bit, you're going to get really good at this. Now, why is this so important? Well, I said at the beginning of the video, as we age, the body starts to break down, right? Our vision, go ahead and relax for a second. Was that fun?
Yeah.
Yeah, see?
It's challenging.
It's challenging. So even for somebody with exceptional balance, it is still challenging. She still has to really focus on what she's doing, because as soon as you break focus or get distracted from a forklift, right? It happens around here. We get Coast Guard, we get everything. So when you get distracted, very quickly your balance goes. One of the first things to go when you lose focus, right? So you really have to be locked in what you're thinking about. It's like doing a single leg toe touch. There's that plane I was bragging about 1 second ago, right? There we go, a helicopter. I don't even know what's happening. Next we'll have Zambonis driving through the compound. Okay, so when we lose our focus, our balance goes very, very fast, okay? So some great exercises like just standing on the ground, lifting the leg, closing the eyes, standing on a foam pad, any of those things, try to do it for like 30 seconds at a time. And the more you do it, like all things in life, the better you will get at it. And I would say for you older folks out there, people my age and older, in your 40s, 50s, and 60s and beyond, this becomes that much more important. I used to spend a lot of time with my clients. I've trained tens of thousands of hours in my life with clients, and I would really harp on doing single leg work, stability ball, foam pads, BOSUs, rocker boards, wobble boards, all those things. Why? Because I saw the value in it immediately, because I knew how challenging it was for me as a young person who was in good shape. I'm like, wow, this is going to have a lot of value for someone that's older, that needs to be more active and engage more muscles and be more connected. Because you have to have that mind-muscle connection. As a cheerleader, standing on someone's hand, you had to be locked in. Absolutely. And still look like you were having a good time, smiling. So I mean but that's how many hours did you put in, to get good at that stuff?
Too many.
Too many. So she stood on one leg a lot because she had to. But The more you do it, the better you'll get, the more comfortable you'll feel, and the better you'll feel every day in life. If you slip and fall, you'll have that confidence, you'll have that awareness, that proprioception, your ability to react to the fall and probably reestablish balance better. So do some of these exercises and I know you'll see the benefit. Thank you so much, Alex, for all your demonstration. That was fantastic. Do all these barefoot and you'll get more out of them. If you want to do it with sneakers, you could do that too, but the barefoot approach is the way to go. Before you go though, please give this video a thumbs up. It means so much to me. Drop me a comment below. Let me know how you like this video or what more you want to see from me in terms of balance training and testing. And check that pinned comment below. I have a free gift that you can download right away that I know you're going to love. We'll see you in the next video.